Hello, everyone. It's time for Vanished Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. I'm your host, Pete Costanis. This is episode 247, season 10. Today's date is August 19th, 2023, and welcome to the show. On today's program, I will talk about the Pinnacle restaurant in Chicago, also the Bonomo Turkish Taffy. That's a candy. It's not really Chicago related, but I had memories of this particular candy. Also, I'll talk about Bireley's soft drinks. That's also not really Chicago. It wasn't found in Chicago, but I do recall seeing these when I was little in advertisements, and people talk about this. So why not? This will be very interesting. Okay. Right now, the program will go into a commercial break. And this program is brought to you by Presto Burger Cooker. Oh boy, one of my favorite foods of all time. I wish I could have one now. And here's a commercial from 1975. So sit back and relax, and I'll be right back with the show. Thank you, everyone.
Presto. Presto.
It's the Presto Burger, electric hamburger cooker. Broils a juicy hamburger in about a minute.
Presto.
No splattering, no smoke. Cleanup is easy. Just wash and wipe.
Presto.
A hamburger in a minute for snacks, lunch. Anytime anyone wants a delicious hamburger fast.
Presto.
The Presto Burger, an original from Presto.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Presto Burger Cooker. I remember this product very well. You know, you drop a piece of meat, a hamburger, and you press it and go sizzling like that. That's kind of cool. I think the company's still around. I haven't seen it lately, not at stores. It has changed. I know they made pressure cookers back then. One of their famous products was the hot dogger. I should have put a commercial for that. And a lot of people remember that product very well. And I never used it. I do the old-fashioned way. When I want a hot dog, I just boil them. And but the hamburger cooker looks pretty good. It really does. Yeah. It's one of my favorite foods. I mentioned that before. I could eat one every day. Wouldn't bother me. No. Okay. At the beginning of the program, I mentioned I will talk about the Pinnacle restaurant in Chicago. Also, the candy, the Bonomo Turkish Taffy, and also Bireley's soft drinks. Before I get started, I'll give you a little quick update about my health. Not a little quick update, just a quick update, excuse me. I went for my bone scan yesterday. It went fine. I got some preliminary results. The spot is still on my rib. It's still there, but I think it's, the spot is kind of getting big, a little bit, teeny tiny. So hopefully the oncologist will call me soon. And then when I go see him, and we'll discuss what we have to do further. Hopefully he'll give me a new medication or remain the same. I don't know. That's up to him. Because I ran out of Xtandi. That's the medication I took out. It ran out last night. So, and then there's this insurance problem, that I haven't gotten any more. I should have gotten like about a couple of days ago. I'm a little worrisome. So hopefully I'll be all right, till then. Maybe Monday or Tuesday. I called yesterday and see what's going on. And they said, we're working on it. And I explained, well, I don't have any more as of tonight, Friday night. And they said, okay, we'll push it. And then hopefully you'll hear an answer Monday or Tuesday. Okay, that's fine. And we'll see then. We will see. Okay. All right. So right now I will talk about the Pinnacle restaurant in Chicago. This was a very interesting place. A lot of people remembered this place very well. They remembered the restaurant. It was located at it was called the Lakeshore Holiday Inn. It's now called it was located at 644 North Lakeshore Drive. And it's called the W Chicago Lakeshore Hotel now. And according to the Chicago Tribune by Rick Cogan, it written in 2018, it opened. The restaurant opened in 1965, along with a hotel, and it was only the circular revolving restaurant in Chicago at the time. But I don't know if there were others. I don't know. I have no idea. And they probably had that elsewhere in the United States. And it turned at a rate of one revolution an hour on the 33rd floor. They did that. And let's see. So they had some entertainment and some great dishes, like, for example, the frog leg sandburg and the Lincoln Park salad. That sounds pretty good, like that. And I found a menu of this place. I posted this a long time ago, and it had like the usual appetizers, like, for example, shrimp cocktail, liver pate, clams. It's called cherry stone clams fruit cocktail. The shrimp cocktail was marinated herring and sour cream. Ooh, I'm not a big herring fan. Also, they had crab meat a la Pinnacle. That sounds good. I like crab meat with lemon. If you eat it plain, it's not good. Also, they had soups, consomme, French onion soups, soup du jour, that means soup of the day, turtle soup. They had vichyssoise, cold potato soup. That's what Alice said in the Brady Bunch when she went out with her boyfriend. Also, entrees, for example, they had half spring chicken, Hawaiian style, prime sirloin steak, filet mignon, French cut lamb chops, roast Long Island duckling à l'orange, sauté baby's calf liver à la lyonnaise. I can't say that word. My French is bad. Also, they had chicken Kiev and roast beef à juche, served with horseradish sauce. Oh, that sounds good. And they had turkey spring lamb, also beef tenderloin, and it was served with salad or coleslaw, rolls and butter like that. And salads, they had hearts of lettuce, romaine, Caesar salad, or the Pinnacle salad bowl. Okay. And for side dishes, like, they had asparagus with hollandaise sauce, broiled mushrooms, French fries, string beans, green peas, baby carrots, whipped potatoes. Sounds good. And they also had desserts. Yeah, they had apple strudel, excuse me, and melon cherries jubilee. Oh, that sounds good. French pastry, cheesecake, hot apple pie with cheese. That's a New York thing. Hot apple pie is served like a la mode with ice cream, but the cheese is from the East Coast. I remember that. I never eaten that. No, not with cheese. I don't know how it tastes. Also, they had ice cream or sherbet or strawberry shortcake. And you have your choice of beverages, coffee, tea, milk. Also, they probably had liquor, like beer or wine if you like that. But it sounded pretty good. I've never been to this place. No. Friends of mine from my high school at Bogan did go. They told me they went when we graduated at Bogan High School in 1981 in June. They went there after the ceremony. They went there for dinner. I had no idea until that long time ago. I went to Fields, a restaurant in Oak Lawn, so that was fine. But I wish I went to the Pinnacle with those guys. It sounded like an interesting place, and they told me it was wonderful. It really was. I don't know when it closed, the restaurant. Maybe sometime in the 80s or something like that. And then they renamed and it was probably bought out by the Marriott Corporation. I think that's what the W is. Yeah, it's still there, but I don't know about the restaurant. It could be something else. I have no idea. So, but people loved it, and a lot of people mentioned this in the comments when I posted this on my Facebook page, Van Chicagoland. They went when they had their proms there, senior prom, junior prom. They had it there in that restaurant, and they said they had wonderful memories. They really did. They enjoyed it. They loved that. They loved that restaurant and the dancing, and it was wonderful for them. That's great. That's a lovely memory for some people. Okay, so that's good to know. All right. Next up, excuse me, I'm going to talk about Bonomo Turkish Taffy. Now, I remember this when I was a kid because the funny thing about this, I remember this taffy because of the letter B. It was shaped like that with that like that Russian Turkish top on it on top of the B. It's like a roof covering. Uh, and it's like Laffy Taffy we have now, but was a very popular product for a long, long time, and this was invented in 1912 by an immigrant from Austria. His name was Hermann Herher. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And he sold the rights to M. Schwartz and Sons in Newark, New Jersey. And then it was acquired by a man. His name was Victor Bonomo, and his father was Albert J. Bonomo. He immigrated from Turkey, and he founded the Bonomo Company in New York City in 1897. I think in Coney Island, that's where they had the roller coasters, the amusement parks. It's still there, the amusement parks. Oh, that sounds like fun. And they produced saltwater taffy. That's a New York thing. So according to they had four flavors. They had vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry, and banana. And first they were first sold in large sheets at Woolworths. Yeah, I'm sure they did this in Chicago. Then in the late 1940s, they released it in a version in a candy bar size. So that's probably what happened. So the slogan was "You smack it and you crack it." That's what you do with it, and it breaks into like bite-sized pieces, and you eat that. And so that's kind of fun. And so it was. I remember this from the 60s when I was a little boy. I used to go to the candy stores. My mom took me there. My great aunt worked at a candy store, and I saw this on display, and also other places that sold it, like Woolworths, even a Jewel or Kresge's. Like that sold this candy. And it was so colorful. I tried it maybe once or twice. It was pretty good, but it's very sweet and it gets stuck in your teeth. So that's how taffy is. So right now I'm going to play a commercial for the Bonomo Turkish Taffy. This is from the early 1960s, I believe, maybe late 50s. Nah, I'm not sure. So it has a very it's a catchy jingle. Oh, 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 Bonomo. It does like that. So, and you smack it and you crack it. That's what it says on the label. When I come back, I will talk a little bit more about the taffy. Okay? So sit back and relax and listen to Bonomo Turkish Taffy. Thank you, everyone.
Give it a smack, Bonomo. Give it a crack, Bonomo. Then lift up the flap, strip off the wrap, and hey, away we go. We're gonna taste Turkish taffy. Hey, it's delish. Taste Turkish taffy, answers every wish.
One nice and chewy,
Two nice and sweet.
three in the flavor that you prefer.
It truly can't be beat.
Cause you get chocolate, vanilla,
Strawberry too, even banana doodle-oo-doo. When you take a trip to your candy store, be sure to get you some Turkish taffy. Yum, yum, yum. You spell it B-O-N-O-M-O, Bonomo. Oh, oh, Bonomo. Hey, one more time. You spell it B-O-N-O-M-O, Bonomo. Oh, oh, Bonomo Turkish Taffy.
Okay, everyone, I am back. I hope you enjoyed the commercial for Bonomo Turkish Taffy. It's got a nice jingle. Can't get it out of my mind. Lately, I've not seen this product. For example, in 1980, it was bought by the Tootsie Roll Company in Chicago, yeah, which I didn't know that. And then about 9 years later, 1989, it was discontinued. So they stopped that. So, which is a shame. You know, I never had the opportunity to buy it again. I don't know. Maybe it didn't. I like chocolate. You know, when it comes to candy, I love chocolate. So that's probably why, you know, nothing sweet. You know, when it comes to sweet, maybe I like Skittles or something like that, you know, fruit flavors. But anyway, in 2003, the company created a website and they said they're going to bring it back. And they did. And right now it's they brought it back, but not in Chicago. Probably on the East Coast, like Atlantic City or New York. And so let's see. So you do find them online. If, like, for example, there's like a website called Old Time Candy, or there's places like that. When I posted about this product yesterday on my page, somebody mentioned there are a couple places in Chicago you could buy it. You know, at candy stores that specialize like uh, very rare candies. They could do that, which is great. That's wonderful. But you know, you wouldn't find this in everyday places. You know, like for example, Jewel or Target or Walmart. No, I don't think so. Or your neighborhood 7-Eleven. I don't think I don't believe so. So so it is available for as far as I know, and also it's on Amazon, so you can click on the website, you know, and order if you'd like. I don't know if it tastes the same. No idea. But in about 2012, they added two new flavors. They added blue raspberry and wild cherry. And in addition to those, which I mentioned, were vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, and banana. Those were the four flavors like that. And I think a lot of people remember the commercials on television during the 50s and the 60s, maybe the 70s. Not that often, but I did. I remember I just used to see this like the letter B, and it was all these colorful, all these colors, and that was kind of cool, like that. You know, someday if I happen to stumble upon it, maybe I'll buy one and see. Excuse me. We'll see about that. I don't know. You know, I got to be careful. And oh, Right now, while I'm doing this podcast, somebody tweeted on X or Twitter, said, "Yeah, you can still buy this candy bar." Oh, okay, that's great. That's wonderful. You can still buy it, but it's just a memory, a Chicago memory of mine. Okay, so that's good. Don't kill the messenger like that. Okay, next up, I'm going to talk about the Bireley's Soda Company. A lot of people remember this from way back, because it was one of those independent soft drink companies. It's not made anymore in the United States, so I'll give you a brief history about this soft drink brand. It was produced by the Frank W. Bireley Company, and that was founded by Frank W. Bireley, of course. He established this in California in 1923. And then it just grew rapidly around the United States. So, and then in 1943, General Foods acquired it. So that's good. Excuse me. So, what's funny about this, I posted this a long time ago about this particular brand, and a lot of people remember drinking it way back, like in the 40s and the 50s, way older than me. And they said they liked it so much. And so it's not in the United States anymore. I think I mentioned that, but it went in the Far East, like, for example, in Asia, like Japan or Thailand. I think you can still find it like that. And the brand, let's see. So, let's see. There was a lot of advertisements. I found some posters and some metal signs and like that. So that's pretty good. Like that, and it came in 4 flavors, and that, according to it, there's a sign I found, and in 1948, the flavors were orange. That's their cornerstone. That's the most popular one. It was orange, grape, uh, grapefruit, and also tomato. Yeah. So, but according to some people, they said that orange was the most popular. They loved that one. I don't know if it's like Crush. The funny thing is, it's non-carbonated. No, it was not like that. With carbonated drinks, when you open a can of pop or a bottle of pop, and you hear the fizz, like that, like Crush or Sunkist. It wasn't like that. It wasn't for Barley's. Was not like that. No, it wasn't like that at all. Which is very unusual. I bet it tastes good like that. So that's great to know. And I wish I tried this. I really do. But you have to go travel to the like Japan to have a sample. I hope it's good. I have no idea. It's weird. They still have the same logo like that. Okay. All right. So that's it for today. I'll do a recap of what I talked about. I talked about the Pinnacle restaurant in Chicago that was at the Lakeshore Inn on 6444 North Lakeshore Drive in Chicago. Also, the Bonomo Turkish Taffy and Barley soft drinks. So this podcast will be published later on today, wherever it's available. It'll be at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, also Amazon Music. Excuse me. Also, it'll be on my YouTube channel, Van Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. You can hit subscribe, and you'll get a new episode. You get a notification. Also, be on my blog, vanishchicagoland.blog. Also on my social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. If you want to do that, I might do another podcast maybe tomorrow. We'll see. If I have time, probably. We'll see about that. Tuesday I can't. I usually do one, but because I'm busy, I have things to do. Excuse me, I'm going to drink some water. That's good. Throat's dry, like that. Excuse me. So anyway, we'll see what happens. So I will let you know, and maybe surprise you tomorrow with a new episode. That'd be kind of cool. Okay. So this is Pika Stanish, your host of Vanna Chicagoland Stories, the podcast. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone have a great weekend. I will, because I will go to my church festival tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be a hot weekend. Ugh, yuck. Today won't be that bad. Tomorrow, ugh. But, I'll go in the evening. It'll cool down, hopefully. It's going to be a hot week, folks, this week. Not looking forward to that. So here's bye-bye for me, and here's a little traveling music from Ray Renner saying bye, bye, bye. Thank you, everyone, and take care.
We have to go. Bye, bye, bye.